Disasters strike across the country. Samaritan's Purse depends on volunteers to help hurting homeowners. The nonprofit Christian Relief Group has been assisting thousands of Hurricane Helene victims across our region. And tonight, Don Dare continues his series of special reports, this time focusing on volunteers who do more than just manual labor.
Well, that's right, Don. Couples like Sarah and Dennis Rutland provide emotional and spiritual support, in addition to Dennis operating a pretty mean chainsaw. The retired couple from Niota has volunteered their services to Samaritan's Purse since 2018. 4 or 5 times a year, they're on the road at the site of a disaster.
Oh, there's that storm. Remember that?
Sarah and Dennis Rutland volunteered to serve Samaritan's Purse in Valdosta, Georgia, where Hurricane Helene caused significant damage to homes and property on September 27th, hours before the storm made its way to our area. Mrs. Rutland served as an assessor.
Hi, I'm Sarah.
In late October, Dennis and Sarah packed their bags again and headed to the hard-hit areas of Appalachia, volunteering for Samaritan's Purse.
Oh, it was devastating. It just broke my heart to see what they were living in. A lot of the roads were still washed out. When you walk up to a home and you see all this devastation and the look in their face, like, where do I start? What do I do? And there's that homeowner right there. We come in and we do whatever we can do to help them. And by the end of the day, they're just like, wow, I never expected this much work done in just a day or a half a day.
Sarah and Dennis are from Niota. Both are retired. Together, they have volunteered for over 40 Samaritan's Purse disaster relief response missions in half a dozen states and the islands.
I have really enjoyed volunteering with them because I feel like this is where God wants me to be.
How would you describe the response that Samaritan Purse provides to people in need when disaster strikes?
It's not unusual the day after a disaster hit for Samaritan's Purse to be there evaluating whether we can help if they need our help.
5 vehicles are going out today.
Aaron Ashoff oversees Hurricane Helene's incident management team that works out of this room at Samaritan's Purse headquarters in Boone, North Carolina. This is where the needs are assessed, where supplies for the field are coordinated, and where the placing of volunteers are made, like the Rutlands.
Well, we go out as team leaders, but in actuality, I drive the truck, and as soon as I get out, if she'll let me, I get a chainsaw. I love chainsaw work. I love working, and she does all the paperwork. When we first get there, we'll circle up and pray in with the homeowner.
And so it makes me feel like, okay, I'm doing what God wants me to do, giving hope.
You see how God has continued to take this ministry.
Luther Harrison is the North American Ministry's Vice President for Samaritan's Purse. He says volunteers like the Rutlands, through their faith, brought hope to those they served in Helene's path.
Usually we help those that are falling through the cracks. The heartbreaking thing on this one, no one had flood insurance hardly on this because they didn't live in a flood zone.
And they're just surprised that we don't charge and that we're willing to do it. We always have a smile on our face. We're always happy to help them.
Sarah and Dennis, in their 7th year as volunteers, supervise several teams, assisting those affected by Hurricane Helene. And they're ready to respond when the next emergency comes up.
In a heartbeat. Whenever God says to go, that's when Dennis and I go out.
Now, when the Rutlands are away at a disaster site, they're taken care of by local churches. Samaritan's Purse always needs new volunteers to provide emergency relief to victims of natural disasters. The Rutlands say there are many ways to partner with the relief organization, no matter your profession. There is one prerequisite, though. You have to have a heart to help people.